Hey everyone, Phi Farley here, July 23rd, Daily Best Bet coming to you, looking for another win. We had another streak going, 3 straight. That's right after a streak of 4, which was right after a streak of 5. So I'm pretty sure that makes it, 12-2 for the last 14 Daily Best Bets going into late June there. When you count the All-Star break. So, looking for another win today. By the way, I didn't pull up the numbers. I just was doing the quick math off the top of my head. I may have dropped back-to-back, which would make it 12-3 on total daily best bets over the last 15. That's 12-15. That's not bad. So yesterday was a nice win off the Astros. Garrett Cole, just as planned, totally dominant over the Athletics. Maybe different story today, but that was a clear side that I just had to take. Hate laying 135, and on a run line, but that was just, to me, just screaming no-brainer. And I like it when those end up coming through because nothing's a no-brainer in sports betting if you've been around long enough. All right. Now let me talk real quick, patreon.com/Phi Farley. You can check out other plays there. Again, this pick every day is posted first over on patreon.com/Phi Farley. Even right now, this pick is already posted over there. So, I threw a really low number on that. If there is a cost associated with getting those picks first, and it's like $2. $2 for the whole month of doing that. So just FYI, I've never talked about that. And there's other plays that you can get over there. But it's just kind of my way of monetizing and get some feedback about all the hard work I put in to see if there's a market, if people are interested in getting more plays. So it does give me some positive feedback when people are over there checking that out. So feel free to check out patreon.com/Phi Farley. All right, so now let's get to today's best bet. I like this spot. There's a handful of good plays today, and they'll end up being some over on Patreon, but one in particular is the Padres going out to New York to face the Mets. Now, the Mets have held their own at home at 23-19, even though they're operating 11 games under 500. 9 games, sorry, back to 9 games. 9 games under 500. Overall, they have had a fair home record. Meanwhile, the Padres have actually had a decent road record, sitting 1 game under 500. Paddock has been pitching absolutely outstanding and lights out. Now, my concern is a young kid traveling on the road, but that doesn't seem to be the case with Paddock. Now, the only thing he can struggle with is giving up a long ball every now and then. He does need to look out for, of course, Alonso there in the Mets lineup, but on the road, he has a solid 3.0 ERA in 48 innings. Majority of his innings have come on the road. Not shy about that. Only 34 hits, 16 runs, and a 198 opponent batting average. Now, in total, he's given up 8 home runs versus 5 home runs at home. Not incredibly inflated, not as much as some pitchers have, but there is a small tick upward in that. Now, one thing I really like about Paddock is how well he's pitched as of late. In the month of July, his last 2 starts, 1-0, .68 ERA, only 4 hits in 13 1/3 innings, almost had the no-hitter there in Miami. He gave up a solo home run in that game, the only hit that he gave up in that outing. In the last 30 days, in his last 3 starts, .93 ERA. I mean, it's just fantastic numbers. So really, what's not to like about Paddock? He's already faced the Mets. He's already shut them out. So I'm not too concerned about that either. 4 hits and 27 total at-bats, a 148 batting average for the Mets against Paddock. Meanwhile, Jason Vargas, the 36-year-old, is, he had some signs of hope there in May and June, rocking a 2.7 ERA, which is great. But then in July, spiked back up to what it's been. And as of late, it's been going up. So here in July, it's been 6.61 ERA in his last 3 starts, 1-2, 16 innings, 17 hits, 12 runs, 5 home runs given up in those 3 starts, and opponents hitting .266 against him. So there's little concern about where Vargas is going right now as he's older, going through this hot stretch. here in July. The Padres are hitting .302 against him, a .509 slugging percentage, 3 dingers and 116 at bats. They've driven in a lot of runs against him. And, one thing to note, Ian Kinsler has half of those at-bats. Ian Kinsler, former Ranger, whereas Vargas, former Mariner. And so they met up a lot, back earlier in their careers. Ian Kinsler's got the better side of Vargas, though, with a .373 overall batting average, 2 dingers on him, 8 RBIs on him. I mean, he's really owned Vargas throughout his career. So, expect to see a little bit of that today. I don't think it's going to take too many for Paddock to get the win here. We're sitting at a -130 on the road. I could understand why, given the Mets' success at home. But this one I think is going to be all Paddock. I think we're getting good value with Paddock. And so I'm going to go with Chris Paddock, San Diego Padres, daily best bet at a -130 on the road today as the daily best bet. All right, let's get 4 straight. Let's keep it going tomorrow. Check out the other picks, patreon.com/Phi Farley. Good luck, everyone, today. We'll see you again soon.